Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Jay. I make hotel review videos here in New York City. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video though. It's going to be a little bit less edited, more raw. It's just you and me walking and talking here in New York City. I'm also going to answer frequently asked questions that I see all the time when I'm posting a video. May it be like for incidentals or for authorizations or resort fees and such. Today we're going to start our walk here from the Knickerbocker Hotel. We reviewed this hotel, I would say, a month ago. This is also where the hop on and hop off bus is located. You can actually check out the website over there. It says bigbus.com. We're located right now in 42nd Street and Broadway, so if you're interested, you can start the tour from here. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to tackle here are resort fees or destination fees or residence fees or urban fees. They're all the same. They just changed the name, I guess, depending on the hotel. This hotel, Knickerbocker Hotel, they named it residence fee. It's, I think, $34 or $35. It ranges from $35 to $50, around that ballpark plus tax. This is a constant in all the hotels, or 99% of the hotels that I've stayed at here in New York City. They all have this resort or destination or residence fee. Aside from the DoubleTree Times Square West, they don't have that residence fee or urban fee. But you just have to include that with the stay. It's a thing that you can't get rid of, I guess, if you're staying here in New York City or staying at a hotel in New York City. You always have that. It's kind of weird that they named it differently. I wish it was just constant. I've seen a lot. Like, it's a residence fee, a resort fee, a destination fee, an urban fee. It's all the same. So don't get confused. Those are the constant charges that is actually here when you look at your folios when you check out. There's also one thing, it's called the convention fee. I think it's for the Javits convention. It's $3 per night. It is a constant charge also. Now, I'm not sure why, but even though you're not going to the Javits Convention Center, you have to pay for that. So we're here with the Naked Cowboy. He has great oysters. I mean,
ready?
Right, there we go.
Cowboy oysters can only be found at the bottom of the Long Island Sound.
Long Island Sound. There we go.
They're plump and delicious. They live amongst the fishes. They'll help you with the beep. Can't say that. Came from me.
All right, that was cool.
Aphrodisiac day.
All right, so we just had a very good conversation with the Naked Cowboy. He actually has oysters, sells oysters from Long Island. That's where the farm is, and they distribute it all over America. So this is like his, I guess this is like more like his part-time job than his main job is actually oyster distribution. That's pretty cool. I've actually tasted his brand of oysters when we ate at Keen Steakhouse. They actually carried that over there. There's one thing I want to discuss with you also. Oh, by the way, the Naked Cowboy actually gave me his, I guess, card. This is his business card. That's pretty cool. All right, so going back, I apologize. I keep on saying different kinds of things. So going back, so urban fees, resort fees, destination fees, and residence fees, they're all the same. They just changed the name. It ranges from $35 to $50, sometimes $60, plus tax. So, like for instance, if your rate is like $199, right, or $200, you should add $35 to that plus $3. So the real rate would be that plus tax. So that's a constant thing that you would have. I'm right here in Times Square now. This is Carlos Bake Shop. This is the ball drop, actually. Not sure if you could see that. And this is the American flag. I want to discuss with you something here. Oh yeah, authorizations. The next thing that I want to discuss with you guys is authorization. When you check in at the hotel, they'll ask you for a photo ID and a credit card or a debit card. Now, the authorization is usually either $50 or $100 per night. So if you're staying 4 nights, then you just multiply that by 4. In some cases though, the authorization is 20% over the top of the total amount that you'll pay. So it's a case-by-case basis. Sometimes it's 20% plus the total amount, or $50 to $100 per night. That's gonna be the authorization. I always say in my videos, they authorize my card, let's say $100, and it will go back to my credit card, American Express or the Marriott Bonvoy card, 3 to 5 business days after I check out today. That's what I was talking about. It's not a charge, it's just an authorization. So I highly suggest that use a credit card, not a debit card, because at least if you're using a credit card, oh, 1 second. Yeah, there's always something. It just a couple of bikers just passed by and they have those like loud motorcycles. So I highly doubt that you will be hearing my voice there. You can still hear them now. So anyway, that's the deal. It's either $50 to $100 per night, or 20% over the top of the total stay. That will be the incidental. That's incidental fees, and those are going to be the authorizations that will just disappear 3 to 5 business days after I check out today. Does that make sense? I don't think I explained it correctly for the total amount with a 20% say. Let's say you're staying in for 1 night, the rate for that, the total rate or the total cost for the 1 night stay is $100. They will authorize your credit card $120. And then after 2 to 5 business days, the $120 will kick off, and then the $100 will post. So that's what I meant about that. So it's either the 20% authorization per night or for the total stay, or it's $50 to $100 per night. Those are the authorizations that I was talking about. All right, so we're here now in Times Square South. This is the beginning of Times Square. This is Carlos Bake Shop. And I always say this because this is probably my favorite restaurant over here. It's Jollibee. They just won 2 years in a row the best fried chicken in America. So there's no doubting that. That's legit. Raising Cane's over there also. They have great chicken fingers. So I want to discuss with you something really interesting regarding safety. Now, this year I went to London, I went to Italy, more specifically in Rome and Venice and Florence. There's more fear there of people getting or stealing your phones, basically. There's more fear there of getting your phone snatched versus here in Times Square. I'm a local here. I live in the east side of Manhattan. I used to live here actually in Times Square back in the pandemic 2020. I used to live in 46th Street and around 8th Avenue. So during that time, COVID happened and Times Square was completely empty. There was just probably like 5 people here, including myself. That was pretty interesting times. I'll try to see if I can show you one picture that I took when I would say the Times Square area was empty during that time. So going back, safety-wise, there is more fear of your phone getting snatched in London and Italy. I don't know why, but I guess that's over here in Times Square, there's no fear of theft. It's one of those things, it's probably a New York thing. They won't steal from you. This is what I say all the time. They won't steal from you. They'll actually just ask for it. Like, hey, can I have $5? Hey, can I have $10? You know, they're very upfront. There's no joking around. They won't steal from you. I guess it's one of those things. But they'll ask for it. Like, can I have $5? Can I have $10? It's kind of interesting when you're walking around here in Times Square. So yeah, just an FYI on that. A lot of people are watching some different channels, like I would say like Cash Jordan. Oh, it's probably Batman in the back. Yeah, it's Batman in the back. A lot of people watching different channels like, oh, there's things happening in Times Square and whatnot. This is Times Square right now. There's nothing going on, to be honest with you. This is real time, very raw again, unedited. And I just want to show you guys, and I want to answer some frequently asked questions. So today, we tackled resort destination fees and urban fees and residence fees. Secondly, the convention fee, which is kind of ridiculous. It's like $3 even though you're not going to the Javits Convention Center. And authorizations. Authorizations are very important that you know, so at least you would know the limit that they will charge you in your card where you're checking in the hotels here in Manhattan. And also safety. Like what I told you, safety here is better than the time we went to London and Italy. That's all I can say. There's more fear there of theft comparing it to being in Times Square. I'm in Times Square right now. I'm not afraid of people grabbing my Action 5 camera here or my cell phone at the back. There's nothing going on. So that's it. See you next time.